Hi, I'm Stella D and I'm here to share another message from the book called A Message from Abraham. So what I thought I'd do this time is just hold the book and open it up at a random page. So the sentence I came across that jumped out at me is this: all souls come from a place of peace, non-judgment and unconditional love towards ourselves and others. Now, if we look at this statement, it's quite a powerful statement, and it actually gives us an insight into the truth of the soul. And these three factors are the key factors to connecting with the truth of our soul. And when we do that, we obviously get a step closer to finding out our true purpose, who we are, and finding our own personal peace and happiness. So let's have a look at this statement firstly by looking at peace. Where do we find peace? So you may think that if you go on holidays, or if you go bush, or if you go sitting on a beach or meditating for hours on end, you might then find peace. But that's a misconception, because peace cannot be found outside of ourselves. Peace has to come from within. Now, when I say within, it has to come from the heart. Now, our hearts are what connects us to the truth of our soul. So we have to have peace within our hearts to find a peaceful place. So it doesn't matter where you go, if there's no peace in your heart, you're not going to find it. So how do we create peace within our own hearts? Now, it's not as easy as what you think, but there are steps that you can do that will help you get there. So an exercise that I have tried, and it has helped me a lot in finding my own personal peace, is by visualizing a box in front of you and sitting down quietly, of course, somewhere away from everyone, and just visualizing the negative emotions that you feel towards other people or towards yourself. So you may be angry at someone, or you may be resentful. So you imagine that anger and resentment going into this box. If you have self-doubt or a lack of self-confidence, you imagine that energy going to the box. So you get the idea. So when you feel that the box is full, you then send it up, visualize sending it up towards the heavens and putting it into the hands of God and asking God to neutralize this energy, cleanse it, fill the box, or transform this energy into pure, unconditional, loving and healing energy. So once you felt that that's been done, you actually then can ask God to shower this energy onto someone else. So perhaps there might be someone that you don't like or is causing you some grief at the moment. You might want to shower that energy over them, or you may need that healing energy yourself. So you ask for that energy to flow back into down to you. Or, you know, it may be someone that is going through a difficult time and you'd like to shower that energy over them. So whoever it may be, you ask God to return that energy to someone, or flow that energy to somewhere else. So once you practice this exercise, you'll find that you feel lighter within yourself, and you're also removing a lot of negative energy that you're carrying that's been caused by all these negative emotions over a period of time, and negative self-talk, or, you know, lack of self-esteem, lack of self-confidence, self-doubt. So once you're transforming that negative energy into a positive, it's amazing how much better you feel and how much more at peace you feel. So practice that a few times and see how you go. But I have felt it. I've found it very helpful myself. So that's one step that you can take to find more peace into your life, and also by perhaps distancing yourself from people that are causing you chaos and drama. So you start to recognize where the lack of peace is coming from in your life, and taking steps to reduce that. So that's peace. Once you find, or once you bring a bit more peacefulness into your life, you'll find that you become less judgmental. So the other factor in that statement, all souls come from a place of peace, non-judgment and unconditional love, is non-judgment. So once you're more at peace with yourself, you'll find that you're not as judgmental. Now, I'm not going to ramble too much about judging others, because we all know that it's a negative thing to do. You're criticizing others, you're making yourself feel better, and making that person wrong, making yourself right, and it's all a false energy, a false negative energy. So nothing good comes from judging others. You don't know what that person's been through. Everyone is taking their own journey through life. You have your own experiences, they have their own experience, and it's not for us to judge just because they're different to us. So that's all I'm going to say about judgment. So finding peace is the first step to getting to a stage of non-judgment, because judgment causes conflict, and that's what we don't want in our lives. So we're looking for peace. So peace, non-judgment. Once you get a control of those two things, you'll find that unconditional love flows naturally. So when we talk about unconditional love, we mean giving our love freely to others without expecting anything in return. So that can be quite challenging at times. So the three factors in connecting to the truth of the soul are peace, non-judgment, and unconditional love. So if you practice those three things, you will find it will improve your own life. It will lead you to the truth of the soul, which will bring you so much more personal peace and happiness. I'm Stella D. I'm sharing a message from the book called A Message from Abraham, and I wish you much love and happiness on your own personal journey. And don't forget, stay strong in your faith.